Hello, hello. How are
That
you,
was
Kat?
fantastic. I was on the edge of my seat waiting for this live to start.
Hey, I'm just trying out these new
I
funny things.
love it. No, that's awesome. I think it's the best. So now
Hello.
we're sorry,
I
are
was just
people
going to say
showing?
hello, Candy Bite.
Oh, hey, Candy Bite. Did they see that on YouTube too?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's so neat. I love it. I think we should do that every time. Mm.
All right. Hello, Jazzy Dreamer. Welcome back. This is exciting. I'm glad you guys are back.
Jazzy
We're just
Dream.
going to wait for a couple of more people to join, and
I'm
then
just
we will go from
thinking, I
there.
don't have jazz. I don't think I have Jazzy Dreamer on my. I don't have a
I thought we read for Jazzy Dreamer already.
unless I took her name down differently. Have we read for
Jazzy,
you before, Jazzy?
yeah, let us know if we've read for you before. And if not, I'm having some kind of a deja vu.
Could be I just didn't put her down. So her, him, I don't want to assume.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, Jazzy, if you are going to be looking for a reading tonight, when we get to that portion of the event, I'll just need to know to confirm your gender is female, and if not, please set me straight. And if you are over or under 30 and your astrological sign. And I'll put you on my list so that if and when you want a reading, I will be able to I pull signifier cards for people based on that criteria. So yeah.
Perfect. So we're just going to give it another minute just um, to make sure a few more people join and they can hear the general collective reading. And then we'll do the live readings, individual ones. Okay. All right. All right. It's 9:04. I think we should just start.
I
What do
think
you
we
think,
should.
Kat?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so I'll start with a disclaimer, and I'll just say that when we do readings, we do not do readings for issues involving medical, legal, or financial, and that's because we have experts. Well, we don't, but there are experts on the field, so you need to seek their help and not ours. And of course, we are for arts and entertainment purposes only. So I will now turn it over to Kat, and she will go over her weekly collective reading.
Okay, so yeah, for anybody who's new joining, Steve and I get together every Sunday and we pull each of us pull 3 cards and we ask them to give us advice to relay to the collective for the coming week ahead. And the collective would be anybody who's watching this stream live or the recording later on. So we each of us do this independently. So I pulled 3 cards and I'm going to explain my cards and what they're saying to me. So I pulled the Devil, and I pulled the Page of Pentacles in reverse, and I pulled the Nine of Swords in reverse. So these cards are telling me that the collective, and for those of you who don't know tarot, we have major arcana and minor arcana and court cards. The page is a court card. Major arcana cards tend to be the cards that we really pay attention to because they are signposts along your soul journey and lessons that you're meant to learn in this lifetime. So the Devil card is saying that there's some people in the collective that are really struggling with something. It can be a bad habit, it can be something they're addicted to, or it could just be that they're very firmly rooted in the material, and their spirituality is not. They're lacking that connection to their spirituality, or there's something material that's holding them in to the earth right now, and so they're unable to break free from the matrix. I guess could be one way to look at it. And then I'm pulling Page of Pentacles in reverse. Pentacles is the card of money and resources and finances. Pentacles, a lot of Pentacles in reverse, and the page especially. There's trouble with money. it's not being spent properly, it's being misappropriated, or could be that we're gambling it because we're seeing this card in reverse, which is actually better than having it upright, but we're starting to overcome some of those challenges that we've been facing. And the devil card tells us that this is an important lesson to learn. So for those of you that are out there, you're struggling with money and finances, and you're trying to get a handle on your spending, maybe you're drowning in debt and you're trying to get out of it and you can't. It does look like as though you're turning a corner with that. And so pay attention for the week ahead. Pay attention to any advice or support or guidance that you get to help you sort of clear any difficulties that you're having with money, because it's information probably that's very timely and that you could use right now. Steve, what are your thoughts on these?
Yeah, I just want to welcome hello, Lenore. She's saying hi to both of us. So hello, Lenore. Yeah. So okay. So Kat, I'm gonna say some of the same things you've said. So the devil is about addictions to drugs, sex, and alcohol. And there's also a factor of manipulation in there, and being able to break free from things, right? Your next card is the Page of Pentacles in reverse. So that's telling me that, the messages are not coming through. You're not hearing what the universe is telling you. Okay. So pages are about delivering messages. And because this is reversed, and especially in the upside down position, it's really reflective of you. You're not hearing the messages come through. Okay. And it is related to financial. And then you've got the Nine of Swords, which typically is in the upright position is about anxiety and sleepless nights and dreams and so on. But in reverse, it's almost the opposite. It's indicating to me a little bit of calm. Okay. So the overall reading for me is just, what? There's something that's going on in the general collective that we might be addicted to. And, I think right now I almost want to say money and spending money. I think money's flying out of our pockets.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the Page of Pentacles was reversed.
Yeah.
But the last card is saying stay calm, right? Things are going to change. And I feel like things are going to change. It's inevitable. It has to, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. The first card that I pulled this week is, again, the Page of Pentacles. Now, Kat had it in reverse. I have it upright. Mm-hmm. So what this is telling me right now is some of us are getting a message about financial, maybe starting a new project, starting a new career, a new endeavor of some sort. But let's just see if that is actually a good thing, okay? The next card I pulled is the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. So interesting. First the Page, now the 10 in reverse. The 10 in reverse is really talking about being broke, losing your money, losing your pants, basically, right? So in the beginning, we have a card that's talking about a new opportunity, and then all of a sudden it's saying, whoa, hold on a second. You're going to lose everything that you've invested in more, okay? And then lastly, we've got the 10 of Swords. And when this card is in reverse, what it's telling me is you are unable to end that chapter, okay? So if I read all three cards together, it sounds like to me you're dead set on this new career opportunity or this new project to bring in money. And what it's telling me, the two 10s in reverse are saying, you know what? You are going to lose a lot of money and you are having a hard time closing this because maybe you're invested in it financially, you're invested in it spiritually, in a passion. But at some point, we need to understand that we need to draw the line and let things go. Okay, so let's keep an eye on that this week for the general collective. All right. So that is our general collective reading. Now, is there anyone?
Strife and money,
yeah. Sorry, what did you think of the cards, Kat?
No, I wanted to add that for some of us, it is going to be a bit of a life lesson, because my card, pulling of the devil and the major arcana is, for some of you, this is a really important life lesson. For others, it's just a transactional bump in the road. but it does look like the advice for the week ahead is to just gird yourselves for a little bit of financial. It might not be strife. It might just be unfulfillment. Like the 10 of Pentacles reverse can also mean there's family money, but it's either being misappropriated or it's just not fulfilling. It's empty money, and people are just, disillusioned with it, and they're kind of over it, and they're just, sometimes when you have a lot of money, there's responsibility and burdens that come along with that, right? So for some of you out there that have families with money, some of you may be feeling that. So just to, and again, my cards seem to say that you can turn a corner with this, and Steve seemed to say the same thing. You've got, you avoid working too hard, avoid over stressing yourself, because sometimes when you get to the point where you've got money, it's, now you've got to, every time you go to work or you've got a project, it's about bringing that money in, and we lose sight of what's really important. So I think just a reminder this week to not lose sight of that, and to just take a step back and look at your money situation maybe with fresh eyes.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're going to turn it over to the part where we do live readings. So if there's anyone on the lives right now that's looking for a reading, let us know. Just put a comment in the chat box and we will get to you. In the meantime, Kat and I have been really busy this past few days. Hello, Vic. Thanks for joining. Gucci Mama, thanks for joining. We're just at the part where we're just about to do live readings for the audience members. So if you want a live reading, let us know. We'll pull a card for you. For those that are new to the channel, let us know if you're under or over 30, if you're male or female, if it's not obvious, and your astrological sign, because Kat pulls what we call a signifier card. Okay, so Lenore and Gucci Mama, they are ready for a reading. And I also see Jazzy Dreamer. So let's do it in that order. So we'll start with Lenore first.
Lenore. General reading for Lenore.
Lenore is saying, I'd like some insight on how to approach my current financial situation.
Okay.
Win the lottery, girl. Win the lottery.
All right. Or, find a millionaire, marry them. And if you do, see if they have a brother for me.
No comments for me. All right, let's see what we got for Lenore.
So I had a card jump out of the deck. I'm going to look at that. I'm also going to pull her signifier.
Absolutely.
Lenore gets a bonus card today. Yay. Oh, interesting. You guys saw me shuffling, right?
Yeah.
Good grief. Drop this card. Okay, so the card that jumped out. Oh, interesting. Okay. Pentacles again. So, I don't know, Lenore, are you sort of in a situation where you're either giving or receiving charity, you're donating, you're tithing, you're donating of your energy exchange, maybe? That could be what this card is indicating. And then I've got that Nine of Swords in reverse again. So I think maybe that collective read, Steve was speaking to Lenore. Financially, it looks like there's a bit of a turning point. Maybe you've been struggling a little bit financially. It looks like, the worst is over. That's coming to an end. At least in your mind, it's coming to an end. But looks like you've got some, I think maybe you've got some tithing coming your way, or there's maybe somebody who wants to help you out a little bit. Let's see what Steve pulls. Maybe he can add a bit of color to that.
Yes, you got the Six of Pentacles, and then is it the Nine of Swords in reverse?
Yeah, again. Yeah.
Okay, so interesting. So Lenore, what I got for you is the Devil.
What?
Yeah.
So that was Lenore's read, that collective read.
Pretty much.
Like,
So
uh,
Lenore, if you've got some kind of
crazy.
um, addictions going on, and I don't mean that in a bad way. Like it could be something like an addiction to overspending. You're always looking for some kind of new clothes or new something, or that can be like an addiction, right? So you need to break free from that. And then Cat's cards are saying, once you do that, that Nine of Swords, it's indicating calmness, right? And then the
Yeah.
Six of Pentacles is indicating once you break free from that little chain that you've got, the six is saying, oh, okay, hold on. Now you've got enough money for yourself and you can give back to the community somehow. And that could be by volunteering because that's what
Yeah.
the Six of Pentacles is all about, right?
Yeah.
But the key for you, Lenore, is to get rid of the devil. So break the chain. Okay, so break the chain of spending.
Yeah. It could also mean just that you're very firmly rooted in, the 3D world that we live in, and it's run by money. And it
Yeah,
could mean that you're just tied and you're in bondage over that a little, like a lot of us are, because let's face it, a lot of us are not where we want to be in life. And it's because the society is run on money. But the tithing, I mean, yeah, it's hard to tell with only three cards, whether it's you doing the tithing or somebody helping you financially, but it looks like there's something going on there where there's going to be some charity involved. So let us know, because that's interesting. That one jumped out. That one wanted to be read.
okay, now where's my mouse? Because I need to scroll back for the comments here.
So Gucci Mama's next, right?
Gucci Mama. Okay, I just want to see if she's got a question. So I'm scrolling through the comments.
I love that. Sorry, Lenore. That's so funny.
Okay, so Gucci Mama, we're going to do a general reading for you. And then we're going to go over to Jazzy Dreamer and Candy Bites.
Jazzy, give us her deets. Her,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Her deets. Good grief. Things keep jumping out at me here.
All right, Gucci. Hello, Josie. Thanks for joining.
So Gucci Mama is my Queen of Pentacles. General read for Gucci Mama.
All right, let's do Gucci. You're not going to believe this.
Somehow I think I will.
Everybody, you saw me shuffling, right? And then what you don't see off camera is I divide the deck in three and I pick the middle pile.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay. What'd you get?
I got the devil again.
Again. So that was Gucci's read too, it looks like.
So Gucci Mama, you've got something going on with some kind of an addiction, or you can't break free from something, right? And sorry, Kat, what did you get?
7 of Cups.
Ooh.
So distraction or confusion or just difficulty deciding. Again, that devil can be distracting. It again because it talks about the material world and you're separate from your spirituality. So you've got a lot that's kind of keeping you distracted right now. And I think the devil in this context, Steve, if feel free to disagree, but I think in this context, the devil is saying it's just a reminder that you need to snap yourself out of it and refocus on the bigger picture, which is your spiritual growth and getting back on track, learning about yourself and what your soul lessons are.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
Yeah.
All right. Then we've got Jazzy Dreamer. So over 30 female Sagittarius.
I'm going to write that down. So she is Queen of Wands. Don't want to forget that for next time. And we're doing a general for Jazzy?
No, she's asking what's coming in for love.
Love for Jazzy.
You're welcome, Gucci Mama. And Gucci Mama, just keep an eye out on that 7 that Kat pulled, because that's showing a lot of options, a lot of choices. And sometimes that can be overwhelming and lead to confusion. So just be careful.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do what's coming in for love for Jazzy Dreamer. I was going to say, if the devil was going to come out again, I'm going to
Oh
retire.
my god! Like that's it. I'm
Um,
done. Could that be something?
oh,
That's interesting. All work and no play makes Jazzy a dull girl.
so what did you get there?
It's the 10
10?
of wands.
10
Yeah,
of wands.
yeah,
So
yeah,
that's interesting. So the 10
yeah.
of wands is really jazzy. It's about generally being overworked.
Hmm.
Okay. So what that's telling me is if you're what's in for love, it's
Hmm.
very possible that you're putting yourself out there too much. It could be like online dating, things like that. You're having your profiles everywhere, trying to go on dates and finding the right person. It becomes overwhelming and too much, right?
Hmm.
So be careful of that. And the next card that I have, I think, is really what you need to do. And it's hard to tell in this deck because they're named something different, but it's temperance. So
Ah,
temperance is really telling you, Jazzy, that you need to take a step back. You
yeah,
need to be calm. You need to be at peace, and you need balance.
yeah,
Okay, so
yeah.
just keep an eye on that, um, and let's see what happens.
See how
So
this guy
Jazzy,
faces down? See how he's like face down?
yeah,
He's looking at his feet. He's not looking ahead. You're not looking, you're working hard, not smart when it comes to
yeah,
that. I think like
sp-
Steve's card saying you need to work on yourself. You need to do this inner work and get that sorted before you'll be in a position to even see him or her when they come along.
yeah. So Jazzy's okay. So Jazzy's saying no to the online dating, but that's just an example, Jazzy, right? You don't have to take that literal. It's kind of it's saying that you're working on trying to meet the right person, and
Mhm.
and probably expending a lot of energy doing it, right?
Mhm.
So that's what the 10 is saying.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're gonna do candy bites, and then I want to welcome Fabulous Day, Sandy, uh, oh geez, EXO Miss K, and Love Cocoa Bear. So we will come back. We'll get there. Um,
Right, sweets, general read.
yeah. And I just, it's funny because something else just hit me with Jazzy's reading. Jazzy, I don't know, because the 10, again, the 10 could represent your work life. So you could be overworking and not having enough time to actually get out there. And the temperance card is saying balance. So um, you need more of a balance between your work life and your personal life. So that is another
Yeah,
way of looking at it.
I
Okay.
would concur with that for sure.
All right. Candy. We're coming right up to Candy. Okay. I'll let you go ahead, Kat.
It's a good card. Four of Wands. Things are sort of trucking along nicely. You've got some nice successes. You're in a nice spot in life. You're still sort of in the early stages of your soul journey. So, but things are looking good. No concerns here. Just keep on keeping on, I'd say. Looks like whatever path you're on seems to be the right path, at least for the moment. It's not a major arcana card, but it's a good card and shows that things are all's going well. And we'll see what Steve got because that may add some color to this.
I've got almost the polar opposite, and it is a major arcana.
Okay.
I've got the lovers, and it's in reverse. Okay.
Okay.
So the lovers, yes, it does speak to potentially to your love life, but it may not, because the lovers also represents in being able to make a decision or a choice. Okay. And when it's in reverse, it's telling me that you're having a hard time making that choice. Okay. But if you are contemplating something right now, Candy Bite, in your life, and you're unable to make a decision, that's where this is going. But once you make the decision, then you're going to have the Four of Wands, what Kat pulled, and there's going to be a celebration for it. Okay.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. The Lover's reverse can also mean that because upright, it talks about duality, it talks about partnership, but when it's in reverse, it could also mean there's something interfering with that harmoniousness. And it's like Steve says, it's the struggle. It's part of your soul journey. It's something you're meant to. It's a life lesson.
Yeah.
So.
And because the Lovers is a major arcana, it's a decision that you need to definitely make, and you can't miss it. Okay.
Yeah. Nope.
All right. Let's go back here. I'm gonna scroll back in the comments. Bear with us for a bit.
Here, she's got a question that came after Gucci. I think we might have missed Josie. Unless you're seeing something.
I'm scrolling back, looking for guidance. So Lady, I see Lady, I think, is next on the list because I'm scrolling way up.
I'm looking on Insta.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Let's see here. Sorry, guys. We're going to go through this, and if we end up missing you, we will get you at the end, okay? Just bear with us because the comments here are just flying up. Okay, right. Lady Mishi, and I'm pretty sure that we read for Lady before.
Lady Mishi?
Yeah. Do you have her info?
If it's Lady Mishi, I don't have anything listed as Lady Mishi unless she goes by something else. No, I don't have her.
Okay. So
I have just Lady. Could it be her? Just Lady? Earth sign? Are you an Earth sign?
Lady, let us know if you're under or over 30, your astrological sign, so that way we can pull the reading for you. Capricorn, Sun. Capricorn Sun. So we'll go by Capricorn. And are you over or under 30, Lady? Over 30. Okay.
So Queen of Pentacles. Okay.
Yeah. And her question is looking for guidance on if I'll find a job soon, currently unemployed, and was on maternity leave. Okay. So let's see what we got for you. So timing questions with tarot are very, very difficult. But let's see what comes up and what we can pull. I know a lot of readers, they stay away from timing. They just don't do it.
Oh my gosh. That's interesting. Okay, so how did she? So I'm going to say that's the same. Okay. So when I go through to look for the signifier card, I split the deck in half and I go half and half. And the signifier was at the end.
Right at the half point.
So I had to look at the second half, but I couldn't tell if it was reversed or upright. So I just went with upright.
What did you get?
So I got Page of Pentacles. I got news coming soon about this is news coming about money or resources or finances. May not have to do with the job so much, but the job is important to us because it's tied to money. So I don't know if you're waiting to hear on something. I don't know if you've asked for a loan or you've asked for an extension or I don't know, but it looks like you've got some news coming about finances, and I can't tell whether it's good or bad, but what Steve pulls maybe will give us an idea.
Yeah. So she's saying I am. Okay. So she's agreeing with what you're saying. and I've
Okay.
got the 10 of cups. So, if we, lady, if we're looking at basically just the meaning of the card, both of the cards are yes
Mhm.
in the deck. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, as far as timing is concerned, Pentacles and Cups are the two slowest
Yeah.
symbols in the deck. So it's hard to say, but to me it sounds like it's saying yes, but it's not going to happen that quick.
Yeah.
But I hope it does. So I hope that the yes is kind of geared toward like now,
Mhm.
right? So that's
And
why this is why they stay away from timing, because it's so difficult to predict with tarot.
and we kind of believe everything is divinely guided and timed too, right? So,
Yeah. Yeah. You're
you know,
welcome, lady.
this would be one of those things too where, if you were looking for more advice or more insight on how you can positively influence something, then that would be a use case, a good use case to book a full reading with Steve to do a deeper dive into that. But it does look encouraging, so
Yeah,
hopefully that helps.
absolutely. Want to say hello to Coco Bear and Coco Bean. Thanks for joining. Sandy is up next, and she has a question. And Sandy.
I know Sandy.
Okay, so
Sandy's,
let's
yeah.
get some answers for Sandy. She does have a question.
Okay.
I would like to know if I will ever get over my anxiety. It has been very bad lately.
Sandy might need some Reiki.
Yeah, I was gonna, when I read the question right away, I thought to myself, she needs an energy clearing.
Yeah. You're just vibrating really low, Sandy, and that's something we can remedy. Definitely.
Yeah. Keep in mind, Sandy, there's a lot going on right now on the planet.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And anxiety could be a source of multiple things. Okay. People get anxiety from being close to Wi-Fi. So just think
Yeah.
about that. Okay.
Oh.
There could be so many causes, and you have to really look into it. All right. So let's just get into that. Okay. Let's see what we got for Sandy.
Where is she? She's hiding. There she is. Ooh. The Chariot.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I've got the
So,
Two of Cups.
so that's a partnership. So, I wonder what Sandy. How's your relationship? Because it looks to me like your path is sort of being guided by your relationship. The relationship that you're in is influencing this path. Your chariot is about the path that you're on, and you're influencing that path. But because it was pulled with a Two of Cups, I'm thinking you've got whoever's in your life in your relationship now maybe was in your life with you before, and they're back to help you along your path.
Or it's very possible that she needs to take control, right? Because when you pull up the chariot, typically there's two horses at the front, and they're veering off in different paths, right? So it's about taking control of your journey, of your path in life, and steering it in the way you want it to go. Now she's saying my husband is amazing. So that obviously that's great. Um,
Mhm.
when I saw the two cards, Sandy, I didn't think of love. I didn't think of relationship. What came to my mind intuitively was there's something that is within your control to change. So the
Yeah.
Two of Cups is something that you can change. The Chariot is saying you need to take control of it. So I almost feel like there's something in your environment that's causing this anxiety, and you need to take control of it.
So the fact that this is upright tells me that you can, it's something you have to do because it's your life path. It's something you're meant to do in life. So I think you need to look at this anxiety as a lesson, something that you're meant to actually grow from. So, and that's, when I did a little reading on anxiety because I had some family members that were dealing with it, and young family members, and they talk about treating your anxiety like a 2-year-old. It's not always you can't always reason with a 2-year-old, right? And your anxiety is sometimes like that too. It'll take control of you for no good reason, and you've got to you've got to separate yourself from it and look at it as though it's a separate being, and lovingly and forgivingly encourage it to calm down, and that it's it doesn't need to freak out over everything, because and it's about being present with it, feeling it and being present with it, but also recognizing that it's not who you are. It's something that's just occurring in your sphere. The problem with anxiety is that people that have it, they tend to identify very strongly with it, and to the point where it becomes who they are. Who are you? I'm this anxious person. No, you're not. You're this other person that's dealing with this. So yeah, so it's a soul journey, but that too coming up, I don't know, it didn't feel to you like there was somebody there. I sort of
No,
get that your partner
no.
is there to assist you with that.
What hit me right away from that is it is something within her control. I don't know why. Because it's totally not typically the meaning of the card.
Definitely. I agree that it is. I would agree. Totally it is.
Yeah. Okay, so Sandy's saying, yes, I need to learn this because it gets out of control. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the next. Sorry. We've got a lot going on here. So let's move on to the next one. It's Miss K, Pisces, over 30, female. And I know she's got a second one reading as well. So first we're going to do yours, Miss K.
What are we doing? General?
General. From what I see. Yeah. And then Coco Bear, Coco Bean, and then Josie, and then back to Miss K. So just bear with us, okay? You're coming right up.
Queen of Miss K, Queen of Cups.
Oh. Let me know when you got yours.
Almost.
Okay. So I'll start.
Yep.
So Miss K, the card that I've got for you is the Fool. Okay. The Fool is indicating that you are on basically on footing to start a new journey. Now, if you look at the Fool, it looks like they're going off a cliff. So the Fool also represents starting that new journey, but it could be in a careless way, right? So you have to be careful where you're actually putting your feet and where you're landing, because it could be a little bit of a lot of lessons to be learned, because the Fool is at the beginning of the deck when it comes to the major arcana. So if there's a new journey or new horizon, something on the horizon for you, it's saying take the leap of faith, right? So let's see what Kat's got.
Sorry, I had to shuffle again because the Queen was right at the top of the deck and there was nothing behind her.
There you go.
So there was nothing. So let's try that again. Let's see if we can get something this time. That's always interesting when that happens. Doesn't happen too often. There we go. Okay, so I've got the Four of Pentacles. And you had the Fool.
Cool.
So again, it's about money. It's about holding on to money maybe when we don't need to. Are we worried about money, Miss K? I wonder if that's the beginning of the journey and we're wondering, this could be the little sort of stumbling block that we run into starting out the new journey, is maybe the money, maybe we haven't thought out the finances and the money's not there, and we're freaking out and trying to backpedal. And
Yeah, it's almost to me like the four is basically you're holding on to your resources, and that could be money, that could be energy, that could be time. And then you've got the fool saying, "Oh, hold on a second." It's almost as if you're trying to start a new journey to find new ways of making money or new ways of saving in a better way. So I see some comments coming up here. Kay is saying money, yes, it's all. Okay, so that, yeah, are you looking, Miss K, are you looking to start some kind of a new venture, a new opportunity to make more money? Because money's tight. Because that's what I'm getting from these two cards. Okay. While we wait for that, our next one is Coco Bear, and you have that information,
Yep.
and it's a general read.
Okay. That's 3 Queens of Cups in a row.
Yeah, so Miss K is saying yes, new way of living and money, income. So absolutely. So you're on a new journey.
Okay.
Enjoy the ride.
Yeah.
Okay. So Coco Bear. What did we get? Okay. We'll see what Cat gets.
All right, I've got the 8 of Swords. What have you got?
I've got the Eight of Pentacles in reverse.
Wow. Okay.
So interesting. Right away, what struck me is the two eights here.
Mhm.
So eights are about manifestation, right? Because when you flip them sideways, it's that infinity symbol, right?
Mhm.
Um, sorry, I don't want to cut you off. So you go ahead, Kat.
Yeah. So there's a feeling of helplessness that that if feeling like you're stuck in whatever situation you're stuck in, and maybe that's the fact that the 8 of Pentacles in reverse speaks to maybe a job that's not fulfilling, and you're feeling like you don't have an escape from it, but yet you do, because if you notice in this, she's sort of bound and blindfolded. She doesn't see that she's got all these swords around her. She could easily cut her ties and get out, but she's just so distracted by whatever's been happening that she's lost sight of that. Of that
Yeah, yeah, and the other thing too, between the two eights that we've pulled, because this is in reverse, what it's telling me, it's almost like you're spinning your wheels at your job, and maybe you're trying to master something and you're just not quite there yet. And then when you have the Eight of Swords right beside it, it's kind of saying, you know what, you feel trapped and you feel like you can't get out of it, but there is a way out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's just a matter of finding it, and that's what the Eight of Swords is really all about.
Yeah.
So, Coco Bear, let us know if that makes any sense to you. Um, yeah, it could also even be a financial issue, right?
Mm-hmm.
Struggle with a little bit of finances with the Pentacles in reverse, but there is a way out. So
Yeah.
there's like a duality meaning here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Coco Bear saying yes, it does. Thank you. You're welcome. Rose, thanks for joining. The next one we have Coco Bean.
Mm-hmm.
So general reading for Coco Bean. All right.
Bean, King of Swords.
Yeah, Coco Bear is saying financial.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then after Coco Bean, we've got Josie, and then back to Miss K. And yes, Rose, you can have one. Just bear with us.
Mhm.
What do we got here? Okay. What did
Eight
you
of
get?
Pentacles, upright. Eight of Pentacles. So contrary to this is what your wife got. This is what you got. So yeah, work's going well. You're doing very well at work. You're in a position at work where you're accomplished. You've sort established yourself as someone who can get it done and can handle the workload and is sort of at a level of mastery in your profession. Steve, what did you pull?
It's quite interesting. I've got the Four of Wands, but it's in reverse.
Hmm.
So it's the you've got the Eight of Pentacles, which is such a great card when it comes to career, work, and finances, because it's saying you're in a you're in a good position. Like Kat said, it's mastery, right? So
Yeah.
your job inside out type of thing. But the Four of Wands in reverse is saying, no, 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 hold on. It's not time to celebrate just yet. Okay. So and because the two of you are on here together, it's
Mhm.
almost we're capturing like the duality energy here.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
although you might be fine, the overall picture for finances might not be, and that's why it's saying there's not enough time, or it's not time to celebrate at the moment. Okay,
Mhm.
so
Or you're
let us know.
feeling
Yeah,
it. You're just not feeling that, you've reached that level of mastery, even though you have. Maybe you're just not giving yourself the credit.
yeah. All right, Josie. Here I am. Do you see a relationship for me?
Yeah. Okay, let's see, Josie.
It reminds me of when I was a kid. We used to say, well, if you're not married by 50, we'll just marry each other.
Aw. Cute.
All right, Josie. Cocoa Bean saying that's spot on. Thank you, guys.
Mhm. So, Josie, you are my. Where did you go? Where did you go? Queen of Wands. That's what I thought.
Interesting. And hello, Mother of Many Ideas. Yes, just stay on. We have a few more readings before we get to you. Okay, so
Go ahead.
Josie, I've got the Magician, and it's in reverse. So what that's telling me, Josie, is that um, if you want to make a relationship happen, you have all the tools to make it happen, but there's a block. You're not using your tools. There's a reason why there's a stoppage going on, and I want to see what Cat pulls because that can give some clarity.
So, okay. So, so I got the Knight of Swords. And knights mean action. Knights mean things moving forward. This is a young man. So and because you're asking about love, I want to say that this could be the person that represents. So this is either a young man who's an air sign or just a young man who's very well spoken, very well. He has a very good functioning throat chakra. But again, he's quite young now. He could be young in age, or he could just be young at heart. He could just be young in approach and in temperament. I don't know if you know if there's anybody in your sphere right now who's an air sign or who's maybe meets that description. What did you get again, Steve?
I got the Magician in reverse.
In reverse. Yeah.
So the way I look at it, the Knight of Swords is somebody who's very methodical. They're very action oriented, and they're very quick paced. So, and because I've got the Magician in reverse, Josie, what it's almost telling me is that if you want this to happen, if you want the Magician to flip upright, you need to take the bull by the horns. Okay. You need to think about what's happening. You need to put an action plan together and you need to carry it out. Right. So if you feel that something is missing from your life, I don't know. I'm just going to throw it out there because I relate to this. But for me, it's losing weight. Right. So in order for before I put myself out there again, I want to feel better physically and lose weight. So there could be something like that that's stopping you from being able to do it. And so the knight is saying, you know what? Get on that horse, change, work on what you need to work on, and then flip the Magician over. So I don't know if that makes any sense to you, Josie. Okay, then we're back to Miss K, but she also has someone with her, Cancer, over 30, male.
Okay, we're reading for him or
Yep.
for her? For him.
Him.
Cancer, over 30, male.
Yeah.
And just general read?
General. And
Okay.
Josie's saying, yeah, it's like I'm just comfortable with me now. I know, Josie, it's like when you put on and when you wear track pants all the time because they're an elastic, you keep eating and eating and eating and you gain weight, right? And then you go put on your pair of jeans and they don't fit anymore. So yeah, it's not always good to be comfortable because you become complacent.
And
All
when
right.
you're uncomfortable, that's where the magic and the growth happens. Oh my gosh.
Thanks, Rose.
He came right up. That's hilarious.
Okay.
Okay. So I got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So we're unable to manifest. We're unable to bring forth the things that we want to bring forth in life, whether it's finances or property or other things that we hold value.
Yeah.
So I get that he's struggling to manifest that, or maybe just spending. He's living a bit close to the dollar, spending more than he's got.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, that was the what? Pentacles in reverse, the page?
Queen.
Or the knight? Oh, the queen. Okay, now I see it.
Yeah.
Okay. And I've got the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is really all about tradition and structure, and kind of like being within a box. It's very, very structured. So for that person, I'm trying to think of the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And she's generally very earthy and very balanced and very she's able to provide for the family. She could be like a single mom type of deal. But in reverse, it's kind of there's an unbalance going on. So for the person that you're with, what I'm seeing between the two cards is because this person is so into rules or structure, there's an unbalance going on. They need to look outside the box. And that could be work, that could be love, that could be anything right now. So let us know if that resonates. Okay. Now let's go down here. I'm just scrolling through the comments.
I'm trying to look at them too, but long.
It's Rose. It's time for Rose. Hello, Rula. Thanks for joining.
Do I have Rose in here? Rose, are you a fire sign, Rose? I think I have Rose in. Oh, she is Queen. She's a water sign. I got her. Queen of Cups. General read, right?
Yeah. She's a water sign.
Yeah, I've got it.
Yeah. Miss K is saying he said maybe he's unsure. Thanks, guys. Yeah, just tell him to think about it because sometimes it doesn't hit you right away. All right, Rose. you. This is unreal. You saw me shuffle.
Mhm.
All right. The same card came up. The Hierophant.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And in this deck is known as the High Priest. Okay.
Okay.
And so without me going through the meaning just yet, I'll see what you've got.
Yeah. So I've got Six of Cups in reverse. So something from the childhood maybe is coming up to the surface and it's not nice or not helpful. Rose, I know you had an interesting childhood. So um, yeah. And
Yeah.
aspected with what you have, was there maybe,
So
I don't want to hypothesize, but
yeah. So Rose, I don't know if you're going through anything right now. Again, I'm gonna, because she's got that 6 in reverse.
yeah.
Um, that you're very focused on a particular path and you want to get there in a specific way. And that 6 is basically saying to me, hold on, you could be critical or, sorry, Rose is saying something, but let me get back to you, Rose, to read it. And that 6 in reverse is like a little bit of cynicism, but it also represents experience. So I feel like the road that you're going on or going through right now, with it being very structured, it could be the right path because you have the experience to do so, right? And you know how to put things together. So I would almost say, you know what? Keep the structure that you've been using because it's working. So I don't know if that makes sense. Okay, Rose is saying, oh my God, my first question was, do you see me, I'm going to say taking a course? Then I went to the general, the Hierophant. Oh, well, there you go. The Hierophant is also about learning and teachings, right? So, yeah.
Mhm.
And then, thank you. And on childhood, I'll explain when I see you, Kat. So there you go. Excellent. I'm glad you're able to resonate. Then we've got Mother of Many Ideas. That's Cheyenne, correct?
Yes.
Um,
Yeah.
Thanks, Rose. Cheyenne is saying, hey, am I making the right decision by taking time off of work?
Okay.
My answer is always going to be yes if it's taking time off of work. I think we all need a break.
Oh
But let's
God.
just see what the cards say, okay? And while we do this, I want to welcome Hands in Your Hair, Patricia. Thanks for joining. So I'm just scrolling through the comments, and it's hard to see everybody. Thanks, Cheyenne. All right, let's see what we got for Cheyenne. Did you find yours, Kat?
Almost. There it is. Yep. Okay, I'm showing the Queen of Cups.
Sorry, the witch?
Queen of Cups.
Queen. Okay.
What have you got?
Oh, it makes perfect sense.
Okay.
Okay. I've got the Four of Swords. So,
Okay.
yeah. So, Cheyenne, the Queen of Cups, is really about manifestation. She's a motherly figure. She's very caring, very nurturing. And the Four of Swords is representing time off. It's
Mhm.
time to rest, recuperate, recover, right? So it really, I'm going to say yes.
Mhm.
That is the correct decision because it's showing that you need to take time off. You need to
Yeah.
rest, and you need to go back within yourself to be able to manifest or become that nurturing person again. So
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes any sense, Cheyenne.
And Cups is also about taking, like, she's a master of her emotions. She's emotionally available, and she's so it yeah. So it seems to me like it's the rest and recuperation is what you need to nurture yourself and treat yourself kindly, like a mother would. Right? We need to mother ourselves sometimes.
Yeah.
So yeah, looks like it was a good call.
Okay. She's saying, thank you. I was close to a breakdown, but I've been so anxious about it, but I feel I really need the time. Thank you. You're welcome. And I need to work on that. Absolutely. Okay. I don't see any other people that are requesting readings. If I missed you, let us know. Type something in the comments like right away. And I think we're going to close it off because we've been here just over an hour.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, Rula, can I have a quick general reading, please? If there is no time, it's okay. Of course, Rula, we've got time for you. Kat, do you remember Rula?
Yeah, but do I have her? Is it R. Shabar? Is she
Yes.
R. Shabar? Okay,
Yes.
up here. Queen of Swords. General read, right?
Yep.
Okay. This one jumped out, so I'm going to say this is Rula's card.
Okay.
I've got the Hermit.
Mm.
We'll see what you got. The Hermit alone is a card, Rula, about going within, just sort of being by yourself, or like taking time to just sort of explore and examine, maybe just retreat from the world and, read some books and try to educate yourself and just focus on not so much like the Temperance card talks about working on your inner self, but the Hermit's really about kind of withdrawing a little bit, and you need to nurture your inner introvert a little bit. Maybe you've been spending too much time in crowds and with people, and maybe you need some time to yourself. We'll see what Steve has, because that'll add some color to this.
I've got the Eight of Swords. So, Rula, like earlier, the Eight of Swords really represents you feeling like you're trapped, but you're not, right? It's almost like you see yourself, you're stuck, that you can't get out, but there is an out, there is a way out. So, and I'm going to say the same thing that Kat was saying, and your out is probably going to be taking time out of public, time out of certain things in your life, and just taking a break and recovering.
Yeah.
Right. And when you're in that mode, that hermit mode, what that is really all about is self-reflection. Right. And you find out what's worked for you in the past, and you're also divinely guided, because the hermit's usually always holding a lantern that's lit. So what that's telling me, Rula, there is someone that's with you, there's someone that's guiding you, and they want you to take that time off or take a break. So let us know if that makes sense to you. Okay.
Okay.
So we'll see if Rula responds. But in the meantime, what we'll do is I will say thanks you to everybody for joining. It's been amazing. Keep this up. So Rula's saying, so I need a break of everything and everyone. That's a possibility, Rula. Sometimes that happens, right? Sometimes we're overwhelmed, right? Like, it just, you don't have to do it for a long time. You could do it for a week. You could do it for a month. You can do it for a year. That's up to you. But if you feel that you're overwhelmed and things are getting to you, it's probably time. Okay. Let us know if it makes sense, though. Okay. All right. So back to what I was saying. I just want to thank everybody for joining. It's great. We love this. We love doing this. So please spread this to your family, your friends, and so on. And I will turn it over to Kat to close it off.
Yeah, same thing Steve said. Thank you so much, everyone. It's nice to see now we're really kind of trending every week. We're on here for an hour. We're busy for an hour. It's rare now that we end early. So we love that. We love that you keep coming back and getting reads. We really enjoy that, and we are honored that you entrust us with that advice from beyond. So thank you again, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
Bye,
Have a good
everybody.
day. Bye for now.